Evening, everyone. It's 6 o'clock on Thursday evening, the 8th of June, and this is your closing comment video number 1788. Okay, we started the day off with the claims numbers. Thursday's always claims day, and initial claims were higher, which is somewhat bad news, but in this market, it's good news. 261 versus 235,000 last week, and so a little bit of a weakening in the market, even though continuing claims were 1,757,000, down 37,000. Ideally, we'd like to see them both moving in the same direction, but we'll take what we have. In any event, the market took it as a positive, and the Dow closed up 168. NASDAQ rallied across the board, 133 up 102. S&P was up 26. The Russell was down, but I saw it down around 25, I believe, and it rallied the end towards the afternoon and end of the day to close down only 7. This has been running really hot. It was up 9.3% in the last 5 trading days. So pretty impressive. Transports did absolutely nothing, down $5. The VIX is solidly under 14, 1365, down another 29. Okay, the story of the day tended to be better than expected earnings and big short positions. Semtech, SMTC, beat on earnings. It had closed yesterday 22.43, got up as high as 28 and change, and closed 26.70. That was up 4.27 or 19%. Carvana, which gave very strong guidance, had closed at 15.53, and opened at, well, pre-market it was as high as 20.48, was trading in early hours at 19 and a half, up 4 or 26%, and it continued all day and closed 24.25, up 8.72 or 56%. So it basically doubled this morning's early move. GameStop went the other way, was trading 20.54 early, down 5 and change or 21%. Got back a little of it, closed 21.32, down 4.79 or 18%. Teva, great news, big disappointment. We got long some calls at 50 cents. They closed today 62, down 3 cents. But Teva announced the conclusion of their opioid exposure with all 50 states, and the fact that they are now shipping generic Narcan. Narcan is the OD reversal drug. That's a nasal spray. In any event, the stock got as high as 765, closed 740, pretty close to the low, still up on the day, but a big disappointment when you saw that those options were 85 cents at one point today, closing 62. They're still, 24% profit, but it was substantially better. Okay, Signet beat top and bottom, but gave horrendous guidance. It had closed yesterday at 69.52, traded down as low as 61 today. Last on it is 62.23. That's down 7 or 10.5%. DocuSign also beat and was up $1.56 at the close. After the earnings came, it traded up as high as 67.03, and then they started the call, and the call lowered guidance. So it lowered the stock too back to 61 and a half, up about $4.15 or 7.45. Still good earnings, good report, and you know, guidance is guidance. Tesla was a huge hit today. Before the close or at the close of regular trading, it was 234.86, up 10.29. This one has been consistently higher, including yesterday. Um, and then they made the announcement that they have a partnership now with GM. GM is going to adopt the Tesla charging application, and so that helps GM, but it helps Tesla substantially more, I would say. After closing 230, almost 235, it got as high as 245.94. Last is 243.59. That's up 19, so up twice what it was up at the close of regular trading, up 8.4%. Um, Another one that I'm just going to continue to warn you about. This is the textbook description of a destroyer of equity. Chinese company, BAOS. This piece of crap has an adjusted high of, let's see, adjusted high of 195.84. It was reversed 5 for 16, so we'll call that 1 for 3 and be generous about it. And then in March had another reverse, 1 for 6. And while it's up 124.8% today, almost $14, did trade as high as $15 and change. Here's the daily. Looks great. Nice consolidation after the run up. To give you an idea what this translates into and why I don't trade any Chinese stocks and warn everyone who will listen, 100 shares of this stock at the high, 195, is 19,500. After the two reverses, you would have 5.5 shares at 1356. So 19,500 to $77. That's why I don't trade Chinese stocks. A couple of companies here that were great when money didn't cost anything. Affirm. Looks great, doesn't it? Nice double bottom, maybe triple bottom. Uh, Starts back up, consolidates, moves. Today was an inside day, although it was up 18%. When you take the chart out a little low, you see that the high here was 176, and at $19, that's still a pretty hefty loss. Also, Upstart, UPST, same kind of situation. Here the high is 400, 401 and a half. Today's move looks great, 11% on the week, 4 days up in a row, except that it's $33. So 401, 33. This was a consistent scenario today with all of these stocks that were dramatically shorted. Okay, let's get away from those, and here is my favorite chart of the day because we're long, and that is the silver. Silver closing up 3.5%, 82 cents an ounce. Pretty nice move. And when you compare it to the gold, which was also up, but only up 20, you see still coming into the consolidation, well supported here and up $20, except up $20 is 1%. So 3.5 times as much for that. The oil was down today on talks that we may be in some agreement on the nuclear deal with Iran. That would be very helpful for Iran. We closed yesterday here at 72.41. We got down as low as 69.03 today, but rallied right back up 71.29. And even though that was down a buck and a quarter, it was also two and a quarter off the low. So, little over mid range, down on the day. But, this is an area that has been very supportive of prices. So there you go. There is no economic news tomorrow, so there won't be any extraneous issues. Um, Bonds were up a point today, and the dollar was down 74 cents, which is a pretty hefty move. And that's all I have to tell you. Have a good evening. I'll be back first thing in the morning.